The Boston Celtics have just made a trade a day before the trade deadline, acquiring former Grizzlies center Xavier Tillman. Now, this might not be the match made in heaven. This might not be the perfect fit here in Boston, but I do love it, and I'm going to show you why. Xavier Tillman is a hustler. He's a rebounder. He's a go-getter, and he wants to win every single possession as a big man. And this is something we need. You know, when we talk about the biggest need for the Celtics, it's a backup big, right? It's getting someone behind, Al Horford, someone behind Kristaps Porzingis, just in case there's an injury. And we already know that Porzingis and Al, they don't play back-to-backs. So now Tillman is here. He's going to give guys more opportunity to rest, but he's also a guy that can play. He's a guy that doesn't want the ball too much, right? He's not a ball handler. He's not someone that needs the ball to make big plays. He's someone that will give you 18 to 20 minutes a night, give you some big-time rebounds, play good inside the paint, but also can stretch the floor slightly. He's not someone defenses will really prioritize from the three-point line, but he's an unselfish passer. Think about a guy like Draymond Green, but, a little bit more crafty, especially around the basket in terms of finishing. This is what we're getting. And in this video, I want to break down some film and show you guys what we're getting in Xavier Tillman. Before we go ahead and, break down the entirety of this film, do me a quick favor, guys. Hit that like button just so we can help get this video out to more Celtics fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new so you're notified every time we post a Celtics game for the rest of the season. And we also live stream every Celtics game. If you guys want to watch some of these Celtics games with me live, make sure you guys join the family as Xavier Tillman gets a nice and one at the basket. Now, let's break down some film. On this play, another thing Xavier Tillman does, I haven't even brought this fact up, but he is such a tenacious defender. You think about a guy like Marcus Smart, well, think of Marcus Smart in a 6'8 body, right? Or 6'7. I believe he might be 6'7, 6'8. Undersized, center, but someone who can really play good defense, right? He gets beat there by James Harden, then Zubac drives in, gets blocked by Xavier Tillman. He's someone that will block shots. Not only will he block shots, he'll get big-time steals as well. And I think when we talk about the biggest problem for the Celtics, we talk about the rebounding, right? We talk about how many offensive rebounds we give up per game. Like, we're one of the worst. The Grizzlies, for example, had like 12 offensive rebounds in one quarter, and they had 13 guys out. Here we go. Xavier Tillman driving into the paint. You're going to fake off that handoff or fake the handoff and drive in for a wide open dunk. This is what you love to see out of a big man. Someone who can be versatile enough to put the ball on the floor, but can also, look at this. Ready? Leaks from behind, gets a steal. Guys, in this game, I believe he had 6 steals. The man can do it all. Defensively, offensively, whatever you want him to do, he can do it. Now, like I said, if I want to look at his stats, he's not the best three-point shooter in the world, right? He's shooting, roughly 26% from the three-point line in his career. Not good, right? That's not something we want to see out of a Celtic big man because, you have Al, you have Porzingis that can shoot threes. But when you talk about a guy who's 6'7", he can, guard the perimeter. He can guard the paint. He can do everything defensively. That's what we're looking for in a big man, right? You talk about a guy like Rob Williams who, this is very similar. Rob Williams and Xavier Tillman are very similar type of players, right? Because Xavier Tillman gives you the versatility where, listen, if you get switched onto a point guard, if you have Xavier Tillman versus a guy like, let's just say, Tyrese Maxey, yeah, he's probably not going to do amazing, but he's going to do better than a guy like Luke Cornett. He's going to do better than a guy like Nemias, right? That's what he brings to the table. But that's not it. Let's break down a whole nother game. Okay, now this footage I want to show you is from the playoffs, okay? 2023 playoff run. I believe this was the first round. Xavier Tillman showed out this game. I just want to show you this because I want to prove to you guys that, yes, Xavier Tillman is not the perfect player, but even in the playoffs, he knows how to win games. He knows how to, give that spark, give that energy that the Celtics need. We talk about a guy like Marcus Morris, a guy like Marcus Smart, one of those dogs, right? You need one of those energy guys. Xavier Tillman is that, right? He is that in a center. He passes the ball well. He can rebound the ball well. He can score inside the paint. He can catch lobs. He is an energy guy, and this is what I've been looking for in a Celtic. I will be covering this more on my podcast as well, but here we go. Xavier Tillman versus Jared Vanderbilt. He's going to post up on him. Vanderbilt is a very good defender, by the way. Stops, puts up a left-handed floater, and gets it to go, right? Here we go. On this play, we're going to get Dillon Brooks, top of the key, isolating against D'Angelo Russell. We're going to see Xavier Tillman come up to the top, set a fake screen. Now, Dillon Brooks is going to draw in Anthony Davis with him. Tillman jabs, drives in. He's going to post up on Anthony Davis. And again, left-handed floater off the glass gets it to go. Guys, you talk about two post players, one in Porzingis. Xavier Tillman is very similar, right? You can score inside the paint. This is something we really need to improve on as well. You look at what we do this year so far, it's a lot of shooting threes. I think Xavier Tillman will give us some versatility in terms of being able to score in the paint. And I think that really makes us a little bit more versatile as well. So there's a lot of things I love about Xavier Tillman's game. One being his defense, the fact that he can switch and play, defend multiple positions, but also offensively, what he brings us in the paint, I think could be very vital, especially in the playoffs, right? When you go against a team like, for example, the 76ers, when Embiid is off the floor, we got to take advantage of that, right? When we play teams who don't have a backup big man that can defend the rim, we need to take advantage of that. I think Xavier Tillman not only brings us the energy that we need offensively, but also can bring us the scoring inside the paint as well. Now watch this play. Comes in, the tenaciousness to drive in, get the rebound, and put it back in for a bucket. I mean, I'm telling you, guys, if you don't like Xavier Tillman's game, you don't like basketball. Because, yeah, he doesn't put up 30 points a night. He doesn't put up 20 rebounds. He doesn't put up 10 assists. But he will give you a 10, 6, and 6 type of game with also 3 blocks and 2 steals. That's what he'll do, right? We're not asking him to come in here and be a full-time starter. We're not asking him to come in here and be, selfish and be a ball hog. No, he doesn't need to do that at all. And also, right, Dylan Brooks drives in, draws 2 defenders. Tillman, he has the confidence that he will take the shot. But also at the same time, he knows when it's a good shot or it's a bad shot. Now, what I mean by that specifically is, if we're down by 3 with a minute left to go, he won't force a 3. If he's open, maybe he takes it. But I think at the end of the day, he looks for the open shot. And I think that is what you love to see. I mean, look at this motion here. You got a screen here by Bane. You got a handoff here with the screen for Tillman and sets an open 3 over here for David Roddy. Guys, imagine this play with Derek White. Imagine that play with the guy like Jalen or Jason. I mean, this could really work out. A very good passer, a very willing passer, and I think he is only going to help us get better. Again, if I had to compare him to someone, I would say a little bit more crafty Draymond Green. He passes well. He can score at the basket, decently well. He can defend at a high level, and he's tenacious. He's a hustler, and he's that enforcer that the Celtics have been missing since they traded away Marcus Smart. That enforcer that they've been missing as a big since they got rid of, Marcus Morris and KG. Like, I'm not comparing him to those players, but the energy that he brings will be up there at that echelon. Tillman, floater game, up over Ant Davis, gets it to go. Guys, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this trade? 2 second-round picks for Xavier Tillman is insane. And now you have Porzingis, you have Al Horford, and now you have some more depth with Xavier Tillman. Comment down below what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.